And once again, unapologetically QI is back in the building. And we is back. So I'm gonna let it rip. Um, I'm just gonna let it rip. Like I said, these are spontaneous. I just want to get my thoughts off. I'm not gonna, really wait for anybody to come in. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and, say it. Like one of the things that I noticed about with the Keke Palmer situation is that Black people are horrible about victim bashing victims of abuse, especially when it comes. Let me be real clear. Black people are, but especially Black women are horrible about victim bashing other Black women. And that is so sad. That leaves a lot of little girls, that leaves a lot of children um, uh, unprotected and to not feel safe. That is one of the main reasons why a lot of people, they go through situations and they don't often come out and report it or tell the next person or speak about it, because 9 times out of 10 they've probably seen another person do it and they've seen the victim bashing. But that is a tool of the narcissist, or that is a tool of the abuser, to make people afraid to come out and speak about it, to come out and report about it. That's why I always support allowing a victim to tell their story, because for one thing it helps free the victim. And another thing, like I used to do facilitate group counseling and different things of that nature. And one of the biggest things, because I went through something myself, and one of the things that I learned that I had to tell myself, I had to look into the mirror and I had to tell myself that it is not my fault. Although I didn't, my family believed what I said. I didn't go through the disbelief or anything of that nature. It was believed. But like I stated, I still had to tell myself that it wasn't my fault, because people who go through certain traumas and different things, sometimes you can blame yourself when you actually had nothing to do with it. You were innocent. And so it's important that, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself that. And so every time that I, and it was, and I'm saying that's why I fight for, these things to end, or, I'm an advocate, because during my time doing group therapy or group counseling, I'm not a therapist, but group counseling, um, it was amazing how many women came forward because I told my story, and how many women came forward and told me theirs. And some of these women had never told anybody else. And so it made me look at the magnitude of, how victims are not protected. And the fact that, like even in families and different things, a lot of times the victims get victim blame amongst Black people. Now, I can't speak about any other race because I don't have that experience, but I can speak about, like being Black and what I've seen in Black churches and different things of that nature. A lot of victim bashing, a lot of excusing the abuser. And that's not good. That is not good. It's like you're giving the abuser permission to do it again, to repeat it. And a lot of times they often do. And so we will never end these cycles of abuse, you know, like until, we stop victim bashing and we stop being an apologizer for abusers. We stop excusing their behaviors. We stop trying to find excuses, because I'm hearing everybody, they bringing up Steve Harvey, who's another narcissistic type. We know his history of a lot of his marriages and things, and what's funny is he's on there trying to give other people marriage advice and stuff like that, and he hasn't had one successful one. He doesn't even have a good relationship with his children. So you got to look at that. That's a narcissistic type, the control. And somebody showed a clip in which somebody had sent them of where Keke was on Steve Harvey's show, and you know, um, they were saying, oh, well, he was trying to tell her, because she was basically saying, a lot of rich people have issues. Just rich can't solve psychosis. Rich can't solve problems. And a lot of narcissistic type, like I said, they would do anything. So of course, like a lot of times these people they'll do anything to get their money, because they know through money and different things they can control, which is a form of abuse. And she was basically saying that it's no different. Like, just because a person has money, just because they're a celebrity, it doesn't mean that they're mentally stable. It doesn't mean that they're a good partner or a good provider. It just means that they can control you. They can control you easier. And it was just so sad, to hear people. Well, Steve Harvey, like, look at who you're using to validate. Let's just look at some things. We're looking at people with issues, trying to project onto others, and that's basically what it is projection. They don't feel so good within themselves. Misery love company. Some people, like, I went through it, therefore, and that's the craziest thing in the world. And I really wish that they would focus more on mental health. Again, they would put a lot of funding, because we severely need it. There are a lot of dangerous people running around here that really need some severe help. They're danger. That's why we have so much going on in the world, because of a lot of these people who need some help, or they need supervision. They go unrecognized, because although the family knew they did it, like they kept that in the closet. So these people grow up and they become this or that, and it takes like they get several victims before people find out that this person has always been like that, hurting people, destroying lives. Because going through things like that, it's like you'll never be the same. Like, it takes, you can heal, but I mean, you're scarred a little bit, damaging lives, damaging someone's self-esteem. It's sad. And it's sad that, and then that we as Black people, I see, it's very prevalent in the Black communities and these Black families. But yet, we're always wanting to blame other people, the government or whomever, for issues that we are creating ourselves. These are things that we create. These are things that we can control. Who else is going to care about you if we don't care about ourselves? That's just like, as a woman or as a person, you have to, nobody else, your first love should be yourself. And if you don't love yourself, then you're incapable of loving anybody else. You don't even know what love is. And so, like, I just pretty much want to put that message out there. We have to stop victim bashing. You just pay attention. You're going to see so many people find so many excuses, so many ways to focus on why Keke was wrong. What, it was her fault. But, you're going to find excuses for him instead of focus on the fact that he's a toxic person and he needs to be locked away probably somewhere supervised before he hurts other people, including that child. That's what needs to be circulating. That's what needs to be said because he's a dangerous person. I have some more videos and different things lined up. Not for today, for tomorrow. Um, so I will see everyone shortly. And once again, I appreciate anybody hit the like, and I appreciate anyone that supports me and different things of that nature. I really appreciate my supporters. I love here. And if you're my supporter and you have a channel, just let me know because I also never mind, I'm tongue twisted. But I also give people who support me support as well because I think that that's how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to support each other. And that's the other thing. Black women, Black sisters need to bring back sisterhood and start supporting each other. If we don't support each other, if we don't love each other, who else will? Just like most people that are in the LGBT community, I support them. I like to support the underdogs a lot because everybody deserves a chance. But like I said, thank everybody. Smash that like button. And until next time, which is probably going to be tomorrow, I'm out. And once again, this is Unapologetically QI.